Good evening, everybody. I haven't been on here since June 30th, the last night of uh, pretty much legislative policy and trying to get bills passed. Anyway, I want to do a follow up on HB 75, the Child Victims Act, and next steps. Sorry, I did not get back to all of you that support this movement right away. Um, it becomes a little draining for the most part with all the pushback and wanted to celebrate the 4th of July with my family and friends. Um, HB 75 was able to get through the House floor and pass the last night of legislative session, June 30th. The positive side is it's at the highest point in policy as far as timing as it has been. And I've been on journey with this bill probably since 2020. Those of you reading my Substack, um, they would not break rules, and they did that last year. But they did not break any rules and send it to the Senate floor as they did last year. Um, and last year, the senator that's pretty much had me harassed and given me this hostile work environment literally last year spoke about the bill and tabled the bill. And then he made the bill about me. That's what they do to survivors. He stated it would be pretty much brought to the Senate committee this past session, and it wasn't. But I was very thankful that it even made the agenda, June 30th. So if you want to listen to that, you can find that on my Substack blog, the video of that senator sharing those details, and he supports the bill. Um, and then let's see what else. Yeah, this bill was supposed to be on the agenda for January. It never made it. Um, but we did get in there in April, I think, got it through the House Judiciary, and then it made the last night of legislative policy for June 30th. So praise God, it did. And, you know, I didn't get any notification till 2 days before. But I got up there. The sad news is, without passing it right away, we are still enabling perpetrators and institutions and organizations that protect them until they can't no more. Um, these guys protect the statistics there are 4.5 million children are sexually assaulted in these places, with our family institution being number one. So I was informed that HB 75 will be back at the Senate committee come January and hopefully pass sooner than later until waiting till June 30th. We shall see. On a side note, the same night before the bill passed the House floor, I literally received my first official letter of reprimand from my employer, the Indian River School District. It came from the assistant superintendent who labeled me a conspiracy theorist this year after going on Dan Gaffney and, advocating me and my note taker in policy for HB 75. And then they put me through a 4-hour psychological evaluation, which I walked in with my Bible and beat, and it was their preferred psychiatrist. So she resigned, and she also had the head principal, who was new this year, cut my STEM program at the district. I think they were thinking, I would leave. And then that poor principal put my leave on the server, which assassinates my character, and that's what they do to survivors. And they try to make us out as crazy. She resigned. And then the assistant principal resigned. She had called crisis on me the night I went to share the injustice of the district labeling me a conspiracy theorist. So, guys, something is going on in Delaware. I should not be attacked. There are some hidden secrets in this state, and I'm just going to keep being led by the Lord. Right now, I can't even, you know, find somebody like as far as an attorney for a hostile work environment. But I do believe that there's going to be someone at some point. They just, they can't fear, like, you know, for the most part. Um, but I believe I have something here. Not that I want to sue, but They're literally trying to build a case on me and put something in my file. So I'm not going to share that letter at this time, but the Lord is leading me to have a whistleblower event, and I'm going to give more details for that. Um, and we're just going to go with it, go with that. And basically, this letter, though, literally, why I'm up at Legislative Hall advocating for our children. This is what they do. And please don't tell me it's not politically and institutionally motivated, but they um, make you out as crazy when they're doing the crazy, and using people to coerce. I think that's the word I want to say, and influence. It only takes a couple people, to have all these complaints and build them against you, and then you don't even talk to them. So it's hearsay. Um, but people are used in that manner all the time. I don't know why we're not all on the same page for the Child's Victim Act, but it makes sense, if we've had an influx of Hispanic children the last 3.5 decades, and then, if this bill is eliminated, there's going to be a lot of victims, survivors that can come forward if they choose to, as a Jane or a John Doe. And why wouldn't we want that? Why wouldn't we want more pedophiles exposed, more institutions and organizations? This mess has got to stop. Anyway, I go in on Thursday to my superintendent and the investigators for the school district. And now, not only did they cut my STEM program, but they tried to put me like in a self-contained like classroom um, with like behavior children, which whatever, that's where God wanted me. um I'm good with those kind of kids. But now they're literally trying to make me move from my school. And the sad thing is, I love my students. I've been there almost 11 years. It's the longest elementary school I've ever been out for my 23 years of teaching. And I love my students. I love where I'm at. It's convenience, with my children being in school and where I have to take them in the mornings. But it's just really sad. Like now they're trying to like literally move me to another school. And my UNISERV has gone around and asked teachers like, hey, I mean, what do you guys think about Miss Mears? And most of them are saying, and they text me, and they know, those of them that are, my heart, know where I'm at, are like, we miss her. Where is Mears? But then you find others that conspire together and try to get rid of Miss Mears. But um, I'm going to continue the fight. I could leave if I want to, but this is important, and the Child's Victims Act needs to be passed. And like I said, we're going to have a whistleblower event here soon. I'm hoping to gather the community around, and that's going to be next steps. This testimony is going to be used. This is frightening for the state of Delaware that we have this much evil. Something is hidden here. God bless and have a great week. If you want to pray for me on Thursday, they're going to try to put something in my file, which is absolutely insane, especially when it's a conflict of interest when I've asked them to investigate what's happened to me. Um, it makes no sense. So something is being hidden here. And I'm going to keep the fight. So God bless and have a great week.